Hey everyone, today is a very special day because it's been a long time since my last ACEBEAM flashlight review, and I'm very happy to be one of the first to review the ACEBEAM L35. So it comes in this nice cardboard box with a really nice print on it. This is the actual size of the flashlight. The cardboard design is like we know it from ACEBEAM. LED option, you can choose between two different output options. The lattice power Pro P70, which will deliver less lumens but more throw, and the Cree XHP 70.2 in 5000 Kelvin, which is nice because it's not cool white. I always prefer warm white LEDs. On the back of the packaging there are already some information printed, like turbo with 5000 lumen on the Cree XHP 70.2, the version I got, versus 4300 lumens on the lattice power P70. Beam distance, you see, you get nearly 90 meters more with the P70 LED, but that's not really lot of difference, so I think that the XHP is the better choice because it has a more usable beam pattern in daily uses. As you can see, the different light modes are indicated with the time as we know it. So the Moonlight with only 1 lumen, the light will last for 12 days, which is pretty awesome. Peak beam intensity 57,600 candela versus 80,225 candela with the lattice power P70 LED. Again, like we know it, 1 meter impact resistant, and they even indicate it to be waterproof up to 5 meters, which is pretty deep. Normally all the other brands indicate with 2.5 meters. Maybe what's also important is the size, with 152 millimeters of length times 45.2 millimeters of head diameter, and the tube diameter has 25.4 millimeters. The weight is 161 grams without battery. So I say I take everything out of the box, and then we are going to have a closer look at the flashlight itself. So here what's inside the box. What I don't like is that all the flashlight brands put the accessories in plastic bags that you need to break to open. I would prefer a small reclosable zipper bag that's nicer than this one. So we're going to have a look at what's inside this package. So we got a spare O-ring, 2 spare O-rings, lanyard, and a new cap for the tail clicky. That's always nice. Then we got the user manual, like we know it, in English and Chinese. Not a big manual, but it's pretty easy to operate. Warning card for lithium batteries, warranty card, holster, it's a nice quality holster, and then the flashlight itself. So here you go. It's nice size flashlight. Can take the lens protection off. It's a really nice optical lens, and it's a plastic lens, but it's protected with a anti-reflective coated glass lens in front of it, so you don't get scratches in it. That's nice. And we got this little warning to take off the plastic cap in the battery before the battery. So first of all we are going to unscrew the tail cap, take off the plastic protection for the battery. We have a 5100 milliamp battery. It's a 21700 lithium ion battery, which is type C rechargeable, so that's always cool to have. This one also works as a power bank. We will have a closer look at that later on. Here you see the tail cap with the clicky and the battery tube. We have a cigar grip here that we can remove if we want. And flashlights with this size, I always like to have a cigar grip when I turn it on. So I'd say we have a closer look at all the functions of the flashlight. I forgot to show is the USB-C cable that comes with the ACEBEAM L35. I already took it out of the package, sorry for that. As you can see, it has a USB port here. That's what I told you earlier with the battery. You can just plug it into the battery and then use the battery as a power bank. So that's a cool feature. So for the technical specifications, I told you already everything. The clip here is really nice and sturdy. You can take it off, but I will leave it on. And then you have how they call it, an aggressive strike bezel. This one they say in the manual can be used to break windows, so it's heavy duty. And they also say that the advanced lens design here is creates a really nice beam pattern. And at first I just tried it inside, and I must say it was a very strange beam. But when I took it outside the first time, I said to myself that it's a really usable beam, and it's producing a really nice quality beam. So we will have a look at that later on. For the rest, the design is really nice. I think I like the size, I like the design, I like the knurling here on the battery tube. It's something different. It's nice and grippy, so I really like it. For the quality standards, I don't need to say anything about ACEBEAM. They just produce great lights, so I don't have any negative points here. As for the functions of the light, it's pretty easy. You have the two buttons, the tail clicky here, as well as the side switch here. If you use the tail click, it always will power on in the brightest mode with 5000 lumens. This one also offers momentary light, as you know it from tactical tail clickies. If the light is turned on with the tail clicky, you don't have any function from the side button, so you can forget about this one. If however it's turned on with the side button, you can always activate turbo mode with the tactical switch. So you turn it on with a single click, and then you just keep the button pushed down to toggle through the different light modes. With a single click you turn it off again. The light has memory mode, so it will always turn on in the last used mode. Pretty cool that you have direct access to turbo through the tail clicky. If you want turbo from the side clicky, you need to double click. Even if it's on or off, that doesn't matter. If you want direct access to moon mode, you need to click the side button for about half a second, then it will turn on in the moon mode, which is also really nice because it's a very low moon mode. I always like that if flashlights have it. Then you have the possibility for strobe, therefore you need to triple click the side button. Then you have the strobe mode. To return, a single click is enough. Then we have the possibility to lock the flashlight, therefore we need to push the side button for 5 seconds. It will turn into moon mode, and then after 3 seconds of moon mode it will lock. As you can see, now the flashlight is locked. What is important to unlock the flashlight, the tail clicky has not to be pushed, because if I push it, and now I push again the side clicky for 5 seconds, there's nothing that is happening. If I unclick it after 5 seconds, it will turn on in moon mode again. Then we are at the next point, the battery indicator, which is shown here in green, which means that the battery has more than 30% of capacity. If it turns red, it's below 30% until 10% of the battery, and after we go below 10%, it will start flashing in red. I wanted to tell you that I will put the user interface as well as all the technical specifications in the video description below the video, so that if you missed something out, you can read everything at your ease. Before I want to show you the charging of the battery as well as the power bank function, I wanted to do a quick size comparison of other ACEBEAM flashlights you might know. This is the ACEBEAM K30 GT, which is a lot bigger. This one is with a red LED, which is pretty cool to get some nice effects in the underground photography. And this is the well-known ACEBEAM T27, and I will compare the light outdoors with the T27, so that you can see that this is a really nice toy and has an immense throw. This is also a modded version with an Osram black flat LED for maximum throw. But this beam is much more usable in daily business as a single cell thrower. So we will compare this later on as soon as it gets dark. So I took the battery out, and as you can see, you have the USB-C port on the side here. You can just plug it in, and then the small LED turns red. While charging, it's a bit the same like all the other batteries you know with USB charging, and as soon as the battery is fully charged, it will switch to green. So this is nothing very special, but yeah, it's practical to have it. I always take the batteries out to charge in my chargers, but there are some people that need it like this, and yeah, it's a pretty cool feature. I don't need it, but it's nice to have. This is the cable that comes with it. So I will show you the power bank function. We just plug another cable inside. And here I have my ACEBEAM H30, and then you see this one is charging, so I can charge from one battery to the other, which is not really effective in this case because it's 2 times the same battery, but you can use it to charge up your smartphone or other smaller batteries, so that's pretty cool. So the light here is now in green, and as soon as the battery level in this battery gets low, the LED will switch to another color. So yeah, overall it's a pretty nice feature to have. Another thing that I wanted to show you is that due to the charging possibility, the battery is even slightly higher than the protected cells from ACEBEAM. And due to this, it will not fit in most normal chargers. So that's a bit down point for this battery. However, you can use the light with standard batteries, so you don't need to take the version with the USB-C charging, but you can take any other 21700 battery. Because for me it's always nice if you can charge the batteries in an external charger. So the battery is fully charged up. I checked it in my Ulbricht ball, and the light puts out nearly 5000 lumens. I got 4900, but we need to say that my Ulbricht ball is self-built from a friend, which is pretty accurate, but there are always some differences between different Ulbricht balls. So ACEBEAM did a really good job with this flashlight. As always, I'm very happy with ACEBEAM products, and I can't wait to test it in the dark tonight, which I will show you later. And of course, as soon as I go to the next abandoned mine, I will take it with me, share it in my Instagram story, and also do some pictures that I will share on my Instagram account. So for those of you who are not following me at the moment, make sure to follow the link in the video description, and then you can give me a follow also on Instagram. Well guys, we are lucky, it's not raining at the moment. My little girl is helping me to show you the different output modes. So as you can see, the shed behind is about 150 meters away. For me it's a pretty decent beam pattern. We had all the different stages now. Now she's going to show you the turbo mode, which is really bright, and it's a really nice beam pattern. So I think ACEBEAM did a stunning job on this light. I'm really looking forward to see what the P70 LED will perform in this light, if it's giving us really more throw. I will show you now the different other lights. So this is as a comparison the ACEBEAM K30 GT with a red LED, which also produces a nice light, but compared to the size of the L35, I think the L35 does a astonishing job. And now we are also going to have a look at the modded T27 that I showed you earlier in the video, to see that that's a real thrower, but that the light pattern of the L35 is really usable in everyday challenges, and not as the beam of the T27. So this is the T27. As you see, it's a real thrower, and I must say I'm happily surprised by the L35. What an awesome beam it produces due to the distance that it covers, and there's really nothing negative I can say about the light, except that the battery is not chargeable in external chargers, but I think with the time also chargers will be available that can charge those batteries. So we are going to show you once more the L35 so that you can see what a nice beam it produces, and then we are done with this video. So one last time, the beam of the L35. It is, for me it is really nice. I never had a light with such an optic before, and I'm 100% convinced that it's a nice light. So I really hope that you like this video. Please make sure to subscribe to my Instagram channel, as I mentioned before. If you like the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and stay tuned for future reviews. If you have any questions, please make sure to put them in the comment section. Bye bye.